A breast cancer charity is certainly using some very creative ways in order to avoid the social media ban on female nipples. Okay, this is very interesting. The charity is called MACMA, M-A-C-M-A. They are based in Argentina. They wanted to avoid censorship because they wanted to have a video, put out the video where they can raise awareness about breast cancer and literally show women how they can examine their breasts. But they thought, how are we going to do that if we can't show breasts and nipples? So this is what they decided to do.
Social networks even when showing how to perform breast self-examinations to detect early breast cancer. But we found boobs that aren't censored. Henry's. Hello, let's begin. Standing in front of a mirror, place your hands on your hips. Check your breasts for any changes in skin or nipples, including swelling, redness, or lumps. Then, hands on your head, check for shape distortion. Now, time to get active. Using your 3 middle fingers, press in a spiral from your armpit downward, going under the breast and covering its entire surface up to the nipple. Don't forget the armpit and upper pecs. If you feel any lump or irregularity, contact your gynecologist. There are 3 steps to detect breast cancer: breast self-examination, visiting your gynecologist regularly, getting a mammogram. That goes for you too, Henry. Men can also contract breast cancer. Thank goodness that doesn't go for censorship. Share this video or make your own. All you need is a pair of man boobs.
Love it. It's cheeky, it's creative, it's informative. According to a spokesperson for the charity, they told BuzzFeed, quote, "The breasts of women, particularly nipples, are censored in some social networks, even if what they are doing is to show a breast self-examination to reduce the risk of breast cancer." That's what we're talking about here. Now, we've also started to see the hashtag #ManBoobsForBoobs trending, showing their solidarity for the campaign. Here is a tweet, an example of that from Warren Harding. Excellent. Breast cancer awareness ad gets through all social media loopholes, includes nipples, #ManBoobsForBoobs. I think it's brilliant. It's sad that they have to do this. That's the sad thing, that they have to go to this measure and devise a plan in order to showcase how we can, you know, prevent breast cancer.
I love Henry. Henry's just a good dude. What a good guy. Because it is a little bit of an uncomfortable position to be put in, to have probably his friends come up to him and say, "Henry, here's the thing. It's for the greater good, but you definitely have to go on record that you have man boobs." And he was like, "Yeah, you know, like you 100% we have to say that these are man boobs." And he was like, "What?"
Man Maurice.
Yeah, but good for him.
Good for Henry.
I know,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, good for him, because this is a very silly thing that we see on social media about nipple censoring, and especially for breast cancer awareness. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm glad that they were, just as you said, they were able to call this out in a funny, cheeky way, but still raising attention to actually a pretty serious issue.
Here's why this is interesting, though. One, because obviously it highlights that our puritanical American roots in a global company like Instagram still affect people worldwide, when nipples are not necessarily such a taboo in other cultures, right? That's interesting. But then the second part of it is that they not only overcame this ban, but they actually used it to their advantage to get more awareness around the issue.
Yeah.
Because if nipples were so taboo everywhere and they didn't use it, and they just went through, like, you know, they used like a lemon or something or whatever people do for
Wait,
like
what?
for
Do boobs feel like lemons?
No. Here's what I'm saying. No. Like for prostate cancer or for like testicular cancer, you obviously can't show balls, so you use other objects that look like it, right?
Like
to
lemons.
showcase what you should. Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is, because they use this ban to their advantage, and now they're getting media attention because of it, and there's a hashtag trending, and they went, they got better results this way.
Clever marketing.
Yeah, it's a double whammy. You talk about breast cancer and how to check for early signs of that. The 3 fingers were very effective. You can count them down. And then also you're talking about censorship. So good for them. This campaign probably went better than it would have if, as you were saying, Hassan, if the stigma wasn't there.
Exactly.
What do you guys think the future of social media and censorship is going to be, especially when it pertains to Instagram?
We're going to look back at the fact that we wouldn't allow women to show their nipples on social media and laugh at that. It's so ridiculous.
Do you
It
think
really
that they'll
is.
have varying degrees? Like, okay, then they would have to, they're not going to have the resources to police it. But if they were to say, okay, this fits in one category, maybe if somebody did it in a different way, it wouldn't. I mean, I'm just being polemic. I'm trying to see if they would even have a way to devise a plan to allow nipples to be. I mean, these are feeding tools. Who cares? Free the nipple.
And-
Like,
and-
honestly, I'm all for it. But I'm just wondering if they can even have like a middle road, or is it always
Yeah.
going to be
What's the
censorship
difference?
or free the nipple?
It's going to be free to the nipple because look, the reality is, have you ever seen Emily Ratajkowski's like Instagram account? Like it's just because she has she utilizes the hand bra perfectly doesn't mean that she's not showing off her body, and doesn't mean that it's not a sexual image. Like in the end of the day, it's going to be because she's beautiful and she wants to show off her body, and that's great. And it's always going to be sexual whether you show the nipple or not. So it doesn't really matter. It's all about our weirdly puritanical roots and how we perceive nipples. It's so weird to me that one part of the breast is so crazy to show, whereas the rest of it is awesome, is great, totally fine.
Great point. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I would
I'm
just
in
echo
agreement
that,
with
yeah.
Hassan. I'm in agreement with Hassan.
Yeah, Team Hassan.
It's surprising that in a story about boobs, you guys agree.
Okay.